Fitness, and I'm popping in here real quick to give you 3 basic exercises, 3 really important exercises to get started if you're just starting on your strength training routine. So maybe you have been out of the routine for a while and you're not quite sure with what to get started with. These 3 motions are very functional. They're going to help you feel better throughout your day, feel stronger, and feel more confident. So we're going to get started. The first exercise we're going to do is we're going to grab a set of weights. You're going to go into a row exercise. We're going to work our mid-back muscles and work on our posture with this exercise. So you're going to take your feet in a narrow stance. I have a little bit of space between my feet. I'm going to keep my shoulders up nice and back, really tall posture here. If you see me from the front, really tall posture here. My shoulders are down and back. They're not rounded forward, but they're down and back. From here, I'm going to stick my hips back like I forgot to close the file cabinet, and I'm closing it with my tush. So I'm going to stick my hips back. My back stays nice and straight. My lower back maintains that natural curve that I have when I'm standing up. From here, I'm going to take my hands, and my elbows are going to pull back by the side of my body. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, low and together, hold for a beat, and then control it down. I want to go just to the side of my body or just past, and then control it down. I don't want to go too far back, or that drives a lot of pressure on the front of my shoulders. So I'm going to pull it back, hold it for a beat, and control it down. Pull it back, hold it for a beat, and control it down. If you're just getting started, you can work on that exercise anywhere between 8 and 15 repetitions. Try to work your way up to 3 sets of that exercise. The next exercise we're going to do is a hinge motion. We're going to try to work our hips a little bit. So I'm going to stand in a narrow stance again. This time I'm going to face you so you can see me. I'm going to put my hands in front of my thighs. From here, I'm going to pretend that I'm a dog and I have a tail, and someone has pulled my tail. So my hips are going to shoot back. If I was standing against the wall or standing in front of the wall, my hips would go back towards the wall. My knees bend just a little bit. They can bend a little bit. You draw those hands down in front of your thighs just to where you want to go, and then you come up tall and squeeze your tush. Your hands stay long on this one. Don't let your elbows bend or get a little extra motion there, but let your hands draw down the front of your thighs, your hips shoot back, and then they stay against your thighs as you bring your hips forward and squeeze your tush. So you want to lower down, bend your knees just a little bit, and then come up tall and squeeze your tush. So this is a hinge motion, which is so important. Think about how many times we lift the laundry basket or we lift something. This is a great motion to be able to do to protect your back and to protect your knees. So it's a healthy motion if you can understand how to do it correctly. So with weights go in front of your thighs, my hips shoot back, my back is nice and straight. I'm maintaining that same curve that I have in my lower back when I stand. And then I come up tall and I squeeze my hips. The third exercise that I'd like us to understand is a squat. So squats are very functional as well, and many people have said they cannot squat because of knee pain, back pain, hip pain. But if you understand how to do it correctly, you will feel much stronger and you'll be able to get up off that low couch or get on and off the toilet without any trouble. So we're going to go for a wide stance here. Feet are wider than my hips. You can keep your toes straight forward or slightly turned out. Everybody's hips are made a little bit differently, so it's going to be a personal preference on what feels better for you. So I stand with my hips slightly turned, my toes slightly turned out, and my feet about just wider than my hips. I'm going to take my hands and put them directly in front of my chest with a little space here. This is a good reminder for me to keep my chest up. Don't let it drop forward, but keep that really tall posture. From here, I'm going to sit my hips back like I'm about to sit in a chair. So I'm going to sit my hips back like I'm about to sit in a chair. My knees bend a little bit. And then I come up tall and I squeeze my tush. I'm trying to keep my chest up and not fold in half as I go. But stick my hips back, bend my knees, and then come up and squeeze my tush. I'm gonna come from the other side here so that you can see. I'm gonna sit my hips back and then press them forward and squeeze my tush. Sit my hips back and press them forward and squeeze my tush. Your knees can travel forward a little bit, but you don't want them to come straight down like this. That puts a lot of pressure on your knees. So coming straight down this way is going to be a lot of pressure, but if you sit your hips back a little bit and you bend your knees, then you're taking the pressure off your knees and you're keeping your back in a nice straight position. So those are 3 exercises that are great essential exercises to get started if you're just getting started on your strength training routine. You want to work on those exercises anywhere between 8 and 15 repetitions. You should feel a little bit fatigued by the time you get to that last repetition, and you're going to work towards 2 or 3 sets of those exercises. I'd love to hear how you're feeling. If you have any questions, drop a comment below.